Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and today we're going to talk about how to start your downswing correctly. Okay then, so if you're enjoying my videos and you don't already, subscribe to my channel, make sure you stay up to date with all my content that's going out there. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. So now let's get on with the video. Right then guys, so there's a huge amount of information out there about the golf swing, and even when you watch the top players, you'll see a lot of different ways of maybe how they get the club to the top. But there's a very similar pattern in the way they all start their downswing, and there's a sequence that's involved, and I think if we can let you into that little secret, we can get you starting that downswing better than ever, helping deliver that club into impact more consistently than ever, and then giving you better shots than you've been hitting for a while. So, like I said, once we get to the top of the golf swing, a lot of guys kind of talk about how they're very aware that it should be very lower body initiated, even though some guys talk about how they feel they want to pull the hands down first. But the big thing I hear with guys is we get to the top and we need to feel that we turn our lower body out the way. Now, I agree there's massive amount of rotation in the downswing, but it's not that initial part of rotation that we're looking for. What we're really looking for is, from our setup position, as we've got to the top, we've really loaded our pressure into our right leg. And what we see with all the best players in the world is just before their arms are reaching the top of their backswing, they're already starting to get some pressure into that lead leg. And what we would generally see, and if we were on the pressure mat with body track, we would see that halfway down I would have at least 70% pressure in my lead leg. Now that's huge, and going into that foot pushing into the floor. Now what you'll notice when we get that is as we start to get pressure pushing down, everything starts to rotate out of the way. The hips rotate, then the upper body rotates, then it allows the arms to fire, and then obviously release the club. So that's very much what guys would talk about kinematic sequence, that we're looking for that lower body, then torso, then arms, very like if we were throwing an object. So what we really want to feel is that as we're swinging back, the hands are starting to reach the top, but we're already pushing into that left foot. So let's try a couple of those, see how that feels. Feels nice, and I'll show you some figures as to how the club then gets delivered. By moving that pressure forward, we're moving the bottom of our arc, target side of the golf ball, which is going to help promote that downward strike of the golf club. Remember, we've already said now the body's naturally more rotating out of the way, and a lot of golfers are very aware that they don't have that downward strike. And the danger I see is too many golfers then try and hit down on the ball. The big challenge for most guys isn't maybe that they don't hit down, is that where the bottom of the arc is in the wrong place. And because most golfers try and turn out the way, the pressure stays back, the lower part of the swing's here. Now once you've hit the ground a couple of times behind the ball, you're not going to continue doing that. You're going to miss the ground and the club's going to travel up and you're going to topple in the ball. Unfortunately, that's when the feedback becomes we've not hit down properly, so that's where, again, golfers start taking big divots, really getting some poor contact. So if we can get that movement so that we get some pressure shift, some weight transfer, some body rotation, moving the bottom of the arc forward so that we create that downward strike with the club face, we're going to tick so many boxes to help us hit better shots. So let's do one more, and then let's give you a little drill to help exaggerate that feeling. So that felt perfect. So if we look at that shot on the numbers that Quad show, so we can see there, decent solid strike, 4.9 degrees angle of attack down, which is good with a 7-iron. Launching at just over 17 degrees, which would be great. And we can see there that the club face is just 0.2 degrees closed to my path, which is just going to get the ball setting off slightly right of target and just maybe try to turn back a little bit from there. So guys, if this is something you're not doing especially well, a great little drill for you is just called the step drill. So pull your feet together, and what you're going to do is as you swing back, as the hands get just past waist height, you're going to step across quite aggressively and push down into the ground and then swing through. So do a couple of those. Really feeling very exaggerated. And then try and replicate that feeling in your full swing. That felt absolutely perfect. So guys, big thing for me, that magic move from the top of the backswing, starting your downswing correctly. It's all about, once we've got to that part, or even just slightly before we get there, getting that pressure shift into that lead foot nice and aggressively and nice and early. And if you can do that, like I said, it's going to tick so many boxes about how your body should move, how you should deliver the club, and it's really going to help you strike all your clubs in the bag much more consistently and give you much better shots. So we can see there, guys, a really simple little movement that's going to help you start that downswing correctly, strike the ball how you want, control where that club face gets back to the golf ball better, and get you hitting much better golf shots. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it. Comment below. I'll try and get back to as many of you as I can. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos as ever. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.